all-sistahs.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Victor Simmons. I am the library administrator here at the Auburn Avenue Research Library. I want to first thank you all for coming out today and being a part of this celebration with us. Most of you, if you've been here in the past, to our past Kwanzaa events, know that we normally would celebrate Nia, which is for purpose, but Fulton County's schedule didn't allow us to do that this year, so that's why we're doing Ujima. And so I thought about how perfect it was that we were doing that this year, that principle of all principles. I don't know if you noticed when you walked in the building, in our large gallery space, we have the Solar Philanthropy exhibit, and it's all about African American giving back, you know, and not just financially. We're talking about Big Mama making a plate for their brother down the street that we all know has an alcohol problem, but he needs to eat too. Or auntie who goes and volunteers down at the shelter to help serve homeless. And so it's not always about the dollar, it's about time. And perfect when you think about the collective responsibility, you know, and thinking about that made me think that for all of you here today, I hope that you've decided what you want to do for 2018 for our people. Collectively, what can we do for our people? It made me think about, I saw recently on the news, the president of Ghana, I'm going to just call him Nana. He was at a press conference with the president of France, Macron. And he talked about how they were thankful to have the assistance of France. But then he also talked about we've been receiving that money for over 60 years, and where has it gotten us? So it made me think about our situation here. And again, where has that gotten us? And he also started to bring up the fact that when were they all going to realize that Ghanaians needed to take care of Ghanaians, Africans needed to take care of Africans. So I challenge all of you guys for 2018 to think about that and how can we collectively take care of our own. Because I know we walk out in the street and we see all the homeless. Many of them look like us, like our fathers or our grandfathers or our aunties. We watch the news every day and it seems like a million things happening in Southwest Atlanta. A lot of young brothers and sisters getting caught up in things. So what are we doing collectively to help alleviate that problem? Because one bad apple, and we want to lift each other up, So let's take the time to think about what we want to do as a people. Like I said, I think we have a serious homeless problem that really needs to be addressed. And I mean, we come here every morning and they all leave from in front of our building every morning because our building is their home when we leave. Sometimes it's their bath. So it's sometimes a place that they just come in to get warm. But there's no one really helping. So think about those things as the new year rings in. I also wanted to talk about the idea of giving. And so find an organization that you feel passionate about. Find a business that you know is Black-owned and really support it, push it on your Facebooks, on your social media. I know of one institution that could definitely benefit from your help, Auburn Avenue Research Library. You didn't hear me say it, but Auburn Avenue Research Library. We again, time as well as financial. So you being here today is you giving that time. So we do appreciate it. So without further ado, I want to get the show started. I want to introduce the author of the Kwanzaa Awakening, Dr. Chike Akua.
It's 11:59 on the clock of destiny. And life is like a minute, only 60 seconds in it. Forced upon you, can't refuse it. Didn't seek it, didn't choose it. But it's up to you to use it. You'll suffer if you lose it. Give account if you abuse it. It's only a minute, but eternity is in it. And with that minute, you, me, and we can change and transform the world. Now, if you really believe that we in this place can change and transform the world, would everyone please say Ashe? Ashe. It's got to be stronger than that. Ashe? Ashe. Wonderful. See, Ashe means I agree. This West African word means let it be so. But it also represents the activating energy and the presence of the Spirit that is both within us and around us at all times. And so we use that word Ashe as a call and response. Ashe? Ashe. Wonderful. Well, welcome to Kwanzaa 2017. Give yourselves a round of applause for being here. Habari gani? Oh, I couldn't hear you. Habari gani? Of course, Habari gani means what's the news, and the news today is Ujima, which means what? Collective work and responsibility. Brothers and sisters, Kwanzaa is an African-American and Pan-African cultural holiday. When we say it's a Pan-African cultural holiday, that means we have brothers and sisters not only in America, but we have African people who live in Mexico and Central and South America. Ashe? We have African people in the islands of the Caribbean. Ashe? We have African people in Europe, all throughout France and England and Germany and all throughout Europe. Ashe? And then Dr. Runoko Rashidi has also taught us about the global African presence. We have African people all throughout Asia as well. Ashe? And then, of course, we have our brothers and sisters on the continent, continental Africans, from places like Ghana and Cameroon and Nigeria and Egypt and Sudan. Ashe? And so when we say we have a Pan-African perspective, that this is a Pan-African holiday, that means we recognize our brothers and sisters wherever they happen to be on planet Earth. And so Kwanzaa is celebrated by over 20 million African people worldwide, and you are a part of that 20 million or more. Give yourselves a wonderful round of applause. All right. And so we have a special treat for you today. We have someone here who's going to give us some wonderful stories. And you know, one of the things that holds together African cultural tradition is rich and revealing stories that tell us who we are, where we come from, and that shares the rich well of wisdom that we draw from so that we can live a prosperous and productive life. Ashe? And so the brother that I'm going to bring on right now in just a moment is an absolute treasure to the community. This brother has been telling stories for over 30 years in our community, since 1985. He is known not only throughout the Atlanta metropolitan area, but he's known all over the country as he travels and scatters pearls of wisdom through the wonderful stories that he tells. I know y'all know who I'm talking about, so I need for y'all to give a strong round of applause for Baba Akbar Imhotep.
Habari Gani, how you doing? I have time for one story, okay? And the young ladies I asked to help me with my story. Will you come forward now, please? I cannot come and not do a story with my children. So what I want you to do is just go through this little side entrance right here and then come on back up the little ramp. We're going to do a story. This is one of the first stories, I should say first five. My first story that I actually told was a story called The Shine in the Titanic. Anybody know that? How about Signifying Monkey? Those are the first two stories that I learned to tell. And then I bought me a book of Nigerian folk tales, and I read the book. And from that book, I chose this story way back 1984, 85. And I got two helpers who are going to help me tell the story called Turtles Tug of War. I'm Brother Akbar. What's your name?
Timia.
Tamir? All right, Tamir, let you get on my right side, please. And tell me your name again.
Tasia.
Tasia. Will you give Tasia and Tamir a great big hand, please? Now, in this story, there are three characters. There are a little bitty turtle who I shall play, a great big elephant, and a great big hippopotamus. Who wants to be the elephant? Come back even with us back here. Can you come back with me right here? Who wants to be the elephant? Who wants to be the hippo? Which one, Tamir?
Elephant.
You be the elephant? That means you are?
Hippopotamus.
The hippopotamus. Now, here's where the fun begins. Now, the hippopotamus is out in the water just kind of wallowing from side to side. Can you show everybody how she does that? We can do it together, okay? She just kind of rocks in the water. Can you do that with me? Yeah. You feel that water on your back? You feel that water on your neck? Now, when that water gets to feeling real good to me, I want you to throw your head back and go, ah! Can you add that part for me? I'll do it with you. Come on, let's go to the right first, okay? And how we feel? Ah! Say it loud. I didn't forget you. The elephant is out in the woods eating the leaves off of the trees. Oh, my, okay, go for it. Uh-huh. So, all right, now, after she gets about 3 mouthfuls, she's going to chew those leaves up. Then she's going to swallow. And real ladylike, I want you to say, good.
Good.
All right? Now, here's where your parts come in. When I say to my hippo and my elephant that I'm going to pull them from where they are, I want you to say, you must be crazy. I bet I could pull you out the water.
You must be crazy.
I bet I could pull you out the woods.
You must be crazy.
Now, this is going to take us to a tug of war. And I'll say everybody watching was so tired, all they could say was,
you must be crazy.
And then at the end, we got a little three-part test. One day, a little turtle, that's me, felt like having some fun. So he looked around, and he saw a hippo out in the water, standing real tall and cool, just waddling around in that water. That water felt so good. After a while, she threw her head back and said, what? Oh, okay. He said, hey, Miss Hippopotamus, how you doing? How you feeling?
Good.
Good. You know what? If I wanted to, I bet I could pull you out of the water into the woods over there.
You must be crazy.
Now, they say I'm crazy. What do you say?
No.
Yes, I am crazy. All right, thank you. You wait till I get back, okay? So he left her, and he saw the elephant eating the leaves off of the trees. Oh, she was gumping those leaves with both trunks, all right? She chewed those leaves up. She swallowed those leaves, and what did she say? You want to say it again?
Good.
He said, hey, Miss Elephant, how you doing?
Good.
You doing good? If I wanted to, I bet I could pull you out the woods into the water over there.
You must be crazy.
They say I'm crazy. What do you say?
You're crazy.
I'm crazy. Oh, with attitude and everything. So he went, got him a rope kind of like this one. He got that rope and he went back out there. First he went to that hippopotamus. He said, Miss Hippopotamus, you get that knot for me, please. Now when I pull, just hold the knot for me, all right? When I pull, you pull, and when you look up, you know where you're gonna be? You're gonna be over there in the woods. What you and your friends say about that?
You must be crazy.
So he left her holding that rope, and he went to the elephant. He said, Miss Elephant, you get that knot for me, please. Now, when I pull, you pull, and when you look up, you know where you're going to be? You're going to be over there in the water. What you and your friends say about that?
You must be crazy.
So he went to the middle where neither one could see him, and he gave it a little tug. Now, when I tug it, you guys just make it tight for me, okay? He went to the middle and gave it a little tug. Ah! You can pull it a little bit harder. All right. You can pull it more. He gave it a little tug. 2 days went by, 4 days, 6 days, 8 days, 10 days, 12 days. About halfway to 13th day, everybody watching was so tired, all they could say was,
you must be crazy.
now here's where we get creative, okay? Can you show me a tired hippo? Okay. How about a curious hippo? Curious, like. And that's my curious. Let them see you're curious. Okay. Can you show me a tired elephant? All right, okay. How about a curious elephant? Show them curious. So they was tired and curious. They said, wait a minute, that little turtle can't be that strong. I'm going to go see what's on the other end of this rope. So slowly, hippopotamus, slowly, Miss Elephant, I want you to just let the rope go for me, okay? And then I want you to go see what's on the other side. Now, when the elephant looked up, where was she? Where was the hippopotamus? Did the little turtle do what he said he was going to do? Does everybody say yes? Did he use muscle? No. Did he use his smile? No. Did he use his skin? No. Did he use his clothes? No. What did he use? His brain. That's the point of this whole little tale. If you have a great big elephant that's flocking your way, or maybe a great big hippopotamus, or some other kind of obstacle in life, and you can't get around, overthrough it, and you can't use force to get it out of your way, what part of your body you got to use? Your brain. And what I'd like for you to do, go down the ramp. Go down the ramp. Thank you very much, okay? This is going to bring me to the end of my presentation, but I just want to thank Morris Gardner and the Auburn Avenue Research Library of African American History and Culture for inviting me to share. And maybe, who knows, somewhere down the crossroads of life, I'll get to tell your story again. Thank you. I turn you back over to the good Dr. Chike Akua.
Let's give Baba Akbar Imhotep another round of applause. Yes, he is what we call an elder, not an older. There is a difference. Ashe? An old person is just somebody who got old, but an elder is someone who captures the wisdom of the Most High and the ancestors, and that's something he does very, very well. Ashe? Let's give him another strong round of applause. Let him know that you love him. All right. Now, I actually should have done this before I brought him on. If you have your phone with you, would you please hold it up at this time? Hold it up high. Hold it up high. All right. What I want you to do is I want you to use this to take some pictures and get some short video clips because, brothers and sisters, what you're about to experience is going to be so powerful that it cannot be contained in this auditorium. Ashe? And so what we want to do is we want to take a local event and we want to make it global because there are a lot of people around the world that don't know what Kwanzaa is really about. And you can take some pictures on your phone, post it to social media, and let everybody know. Ashe? All right, so if you see some slides up here that you like, I challenge you to take a picture and educate some people and to share that information with other people. My name is Dr. Chike Akua, and I'm honored to be here, and I want to thank also Brother Morris Gardner for inviting him. Give Brother Morris a round of applause for putting together this program. And what we're going to do as a part of Kwanzaa, we know that Kwanzaa is a Swahili word which means first fruits. It refers to the first fruits of the harvest. And something that's customary whenever African people gather, certainly for Kwanzaa, one of the things that we always do is we pour libation. Ashe? And what is pouring libation? Pouring libation is our opportunity to elevate, evaluate, and celebrate our ancestors. We're honoring our ancestors. We elevate them, meaning we lift them up. Ashe? We evaluate them based on the good that they brought into the world. Because everybody who dies does not become an ancestor. Ashe? Somebody say, break that down. You see, an ancestor is somebody who lived their life with character, consciousness, conviction, and commitment. It's just like everybody that gets old is not necessarily an elder. Everybody that dies is not necessarily an ancestor. Ashe? And so the pouring of libation is our opportunity to elevate, evaluate, and celebrate those that live their life based on the time-tested values that we hold near and dear to our hearts. And so what we're going to do is usually we would use water and we would pour water into a plant with the reciting of every name. But this is going to be a verbal and a visual libation because we're going to show you the pictures of some of the people that we're going to pour libation for. And every time we recite a name, you will say Ashe. Ashe? Ashe. Are we ready? I didn't hear you. Are we ready? Ashe. All right, wonderful. We begin by pouring libation to the Most High, who is known by many names and worshipped in many ways, certainly the one source and the one force through which we all live, move, and have our being, and that is God, the great ancestor. Ashe? We pour libation for Dinkanesh, the ancient African woman whose bones were discovered in Hadar, Ethiopia, and dated at 3.2 million years old. And Dinkanesh means you are beautiful. Ashe? We pour libation for those great Africans who built the great civilizations, our first nations and great civilizations in the Nile Valley of Kemet, Nubia, and Kush. Ashe? We pour libation for the king of the south, also known as King Narmer or Ahamina, who united Upper Kemet and Lower Kemet. Ashe? We pour libation for those great physicians and scholars and leaders of the Nile Valley, such as Imhotep, the father of medicine, Ptahhotep, who wrote the oldest complete text in the world, the great leader and king, a woman named Hatshepsut, and Queen T. Ashe? We pour libation for those of our ancestors from West Africa, like Sundiata, the Lion King of Mali. Ashe? We pour libation for the great emperor Mansa Musa, the richest person in human history. Ashe? We pour libation for Sunni Ali Bear, the emperor of Songhui, who ruled from 1464 to 1492, undefeated and unconquered in 32 battles. Ashe? We pour libation for Abubakar II, who gave up the throne in order to venture west, coming to the Americas hundreds of years before Columbus even knew the world was round. Ashe? We pour libation for Ahmed Baba, who was the president of the University of Sankore at Timbuktu, who authored 30 books and had over 1,200 books in his personal library. Ashe? We pour libation for the Moors of North Africa, who went in and were able to rule Spain for almost 800 years and who lifted Europe out of the Dark Ages with their science and technology. Ashe? We pour libation for the great warrior queens who fended off the invasion and infection of the Europeans, those such as Ya Santiwa and Queen Nzinga. Ashe? We pour libation for the tens of millions of Africans whose faces and names we may never know because they lost their lives on the Middle Passage, which is the trip by ship from Africa to America that lasted anywhere from 3 weeks to 3 months. And they came on ships with names, strange names like brotherhood, justice, integrity, gift of God, liberty, and the good ship Jesus. Ashe? We pour libation for the Maroons. The Maroons were those Africans who refused to be enslaved. Those such as Gaspar Yanga of Mexico. Ashe? And those such as Macandal of Haiti. Ashe? We pour libation for the other revolutionaries who led the Haitian Revolution, such as Boukman, Dessalines, and Toussaint. Ashe? We pour libation for those Africans in America who would not let us forget who we are and who exhibited Kujichagulia self-determination, such as Frederick Douglass and Martin Delany. Ashe? We pour libation for our great warrior sisters, such as Ida B. Wells, who wrote the Red Record, which was a record of the lynchings and those who committed the crimes. For Harriet Tubman, who was a conductor on the Underground Railroad, and Sojourner Truth, an abolitionist. Ashe? We pour libation for the great institution builders such as Booker T. Washington, who founded Tuskegee Institute, and Mary McLeod Bethune, who founded Bethune-Cookman College. Ashe? We pour libation for the African who created the largest mass movement of Africans in modern times with over 6 million followers worldwide. None other than the Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey, who founded the Universal Negro Improvement Association. Ashe? We pour libation for other organizational leaders who brought our people together and lifted us up and educated us, those such as Noble Drew Ali with the Moorish Science Temple and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad with the Nation of Islam. Ashe? We pour libation for the great scholars who rescued and reconstructed our history and put it back into our hands, those such as W.E.B. Du Bois, Arturo Alfonso Schomburg, and J.A. Rogers. Ashe? We pour libation for a sister who had a vision beyond staying on the ground and saw herself flying in the sky. We're talking about none other than the first African-American woman pilot, Bessie Coleman. Ashe? Who got her pilot's license, couldn't get it in America, but had to go all the way to Europe to reach her dreams. Ashe? We pour libation for another great historian, Drusilla Dunjee Houston, who wrote the book Wonderful Ethiopians of the Ancient Kushite Empire way back in 1926. Ashe? We pour libation for the father of black history, who started what was Negro History Month and became Black History Month. Dr. Carter G. Woodson. Ashe? We pour libation for Chancellor Williams, who wrote The Destruction of Black Civilizations and the Rebirth of Black Civilizations. Ashe? We pour libation for the movers and the shakers and the policymakers like Thurgood Marshall and Charles Houston and Ralph Bunche. Ashe? We pour libation for the multidisciplinary genius of Dr. Cheikh Anta Diop, historian, linguist, physicist, anthropologist, and political scientist. Ashe? We pour libation for those Africans who led the Caribbean and Pan-African revolutions, such as George Padmore, H. Sylvester Williams, C.L.R. James, Eric Williams, and Walter Rodney. Ashe? For those Africans who led the African independence explosion, Kwame Nkrumah, Sekou Toure, Jomo Kenyatta, and Patrice Lumumba. Ashe? For Dr. Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. Ashe? For mothers of the movement like Coretta Scott King and Betty Shabazz. Ashe? For Fannie Lou Hamer, who said, never forget where you came from and always praise the bridges that carried you over. Ashe? For Rosa Parks, Dorothy Cotton, and Septima Clark. Ashe? We pour a libation for those brothers and sisters who led the Black Power movement, those such as Huey Newton, Fred Hampton, and Mark Clark. Ashe? We pour libation for those who took our arts and transformed it into spirit and power, those such as John Coltrane, Charlie Parker, and Duke Ellington. Ashe? And for the women who elevated and celebrated the dignity and the beauty and goddessry of black womanhood through their music, Marian Anderson, Ella Fitzgerald, Sarah Vaughan, and Lena Horne. Ashe? For Ray Charles, Marvin Gaye, and James Brown, who says, say it loud, what? Ashe? We pour libation for those who made us laugh, those who made us smile, and those who made us dance, but who left us too soon. Those such as Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, and Luther Vandross. Ashe? We pour libation for the black business leaders who showed us how to raise capital and consciousness, who showed us how to raise money and have the right mentality, such as S.B. Fuller, A.G. Gaston, Reginald Lewis, Ken Bridges, and Dr. Walter Lomax. Ashe? We pour libation for the great African psychologists who helped us to find the rest of our minds, those such as Dr. Francis Cress Welsing. Ashe? And those such as Dr. Bobby Wright and Dr. Amos Wilson, who wrote Blueprint for Black Power. Ashe? For those African historians who helped us to reconnect to our roots, such as Dr. Edward Robinson, Dr. Joseph Ben Yakinen, Dr. John Henry Clark, Dr. Ivan Van Sertima, and our very own Nana Bafora Nkwechi II, Dr. Asa Hilliard. Ashe? For the man who went from prisoner to president, Madiba Nelson Mandela. Ashe? For the people's poet, Amiri Baraka. Ashe? For the great poet who transformed words and spirit into words that would transform our hearts and minds and spirits through her poetry and her novels, Maya Angelou. Ashe? For the great spiritual leaders who helped us to reconnect to our spiritual roots, Dr. Johnny Coleman of Christ Universal Temple in Chicago. Ashe? For Dr. Miles Monroe and his wife Ruth Monroe of Bahamas Faith Ministries. Ashe? For the leader of the Hebrew Israelite community, Rabbi Ben Ami. Ashe? For those master teachers who were taken from us too soon, but whom we are regarded to never forget, such as Trayvon Martin, Freddie Gray, Mike Brown, Eric Garner, and Sandra Bland. Ashe? And from the man who took us from comedian to raising our consciousness, making us laugh, but making us think at the same time, Baba Dick Gregory. Ashe? And now it is time for us to call the names of our personal ancestors, those in your immediate family who have made their transition from the physical to the spiritual realm. Would you call their names at this time? Ashe. And for the children yet to be born, we say Ashe. For all those named and unnamed, we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe-o. Now, I have a quick question before we continue. How many of you all saw some names and pictures that you had never seen before? Let me see a show of hands. Keep your hand up. Look around the room. That is our homework for Kwanzaa. Ashe? Let's get together with family and friends and loved ones, and let's look up some of these names and find out the longer and larger story of why they qualified to be called ancestors. Ashe? All right. Well, brothers and sisters, it is actually my favorite time right now because in just a moment, we're going to bring on the ones that you have been waiting to see. How many of you all have ever heard of Giwayen Mata before? Anybody ever? Oh, man. Well, look, we gotta bring them on right because y'all know how these sisters flow, right? Y'all know how these sisters put it down, so we gotta make sure that we bring them on right, because there may be some people when you take pictures and post it on social media who may not be familiar with them. So we got to give them the love and the energy that they deserve. So brothers and sisters, y'all gonna have to stand to your feet. I need you to stand to your feet, because these brothers bring the spirit of Mama Africa and they capture the soul of Atlanta. I want y'all to make some noise and put your hands together, lift your voices, and welcome with me, Giwayen Mata. Are we ready? You got to keep it going until you hear them. Keep it going. They need to know that you're waiting for them. Keep it going. Everybody say Giwayen Mata. Come on, stronger. Giwayen Mata. Giwayen Mata. Giwayen Mata. Give them another round of applause.
Habargani. Uh-oh. Habargani. Yes, that's what I was looking for. Welcome. We are Giwayen Mata. Everyone say Giwayen Mata. Oh, I love it. And Giwayen Mata is Atlanta's dynamic, soul-stirring, all-sister dance, percussion, and vocal ensemble. One day, somebody may ask you, they may say something like, I've heard about these Giwayen Mata people. What do you know about them? And you're going to say, Giwayen Mata is amazing. I'm going to add that to the tagline. Okay, so Giwayen Mata is an amazing all-sister dance, percussion, and vocal ensemble from Atlanta. Okay. So now, oh, you know, I've heard about those Giwayen Mata ladies. What do you know about them? Okay, I hear some of the language and some of the vocabulary. You all are doing really good. You have passed the test. At least one of you at some point said something that I said. That's very, very good. Very, very good. We are going to dance and drum and sing for you this lovely, lovely Ujima day. We have a couple of wonderful pieces to start off our show. We have Jalidon and Dansa, yes, choreographed by the lovely Amamansa Witten, yes, and our dear artistic director, Omelika Huumba, who is visiting with her family in New York. So let's send her lots of love, mwah, 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 to Sister Omelika Huumba, who is in New York with her family. We are going to dance Jalidon and Dansa with you. Some of you have seen these pieces before, but we always like to put a new twist to everything we do. So there'll be something a little different for you today. Yes? It's going to be so different that you are going to be inspired to reach under your seat and get your present. It is a survey! Woo! and a pencil. Yes! Woo! You all came up today. I know you weren't expecting all of that. But there's a little more. Some of you that fill out this survey with your pencil are going to win an opportunity. Are you ready? Drum roll, please. Yes. For a free class with Giwayen Mata. Yeah. Yeah. We teach class every Sunday at 3 o'clock p.m., and you will find out more about that at the end of our show. Yes? Are you ready for Giwayen Mata, the amazing all-sister soul-stirring dance, percussion, and vocal ensemble? So here we have for you Jalidon and Dansa.
Simbo Mansaya, Ejalia, Olaibo Mansaya, Nikali Wola Ila, Simbo Mansaya, Ejalia, Olaibo Mansaya, Satori, Henderson Tatale, Simbo Mansaya. Ejalia, Olaibo Mansaya, Satori, Henderson Tatale, Simbo Mansaya, Ejalia, Olaibo Mansaya, Miller, Jordan's Tatale, Simbo Mansaya, Ejalia. alone. No, no, no. Anagole wolo bali magole ami jigolonde bali majigolon kudeo de la.
Good evening. Can you hear me? Good evening. Habaragani. Habaragani. Ujima. And Ujima means collective work and responsibility. With collective work and responsibility, we have to make sure as elders that we remember it takes a village to raise a child. With that being said, Kilumbo is now about to come and present for you under the direction of my Giwa sister, Nika Kelly.
Greetings, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I'm sure you've heard it. You'll hear it a million more times because we are so happy to be here with you all and to celebrate Kwanzaa with you all every year. Every year. It's a blessing for us. So I have my children here with me today. Yes, Quilombo Academic and Cultural Institute. These young children are bright, beautiful, brilliant, talented, creative. They create their own drum pieces. They help me choreograph movement. And that school is located right in Decatur. Quilombo Academic and Cultural Institute is a school of our community, for us, for our children, by us. And we're here to share with you. Our director is not here right now, but Tashia Umoja, who was here earlier, you can get more information if you go to quilomboschool.org. come. And also, we are taking donations. So I want everybody, if you have a moment, to pull out your phones, text 797979, and in the text, put unity. 797979. That's the number you text. In the subject or in the body of the text, put unity. And there will be a text that will come back to you that will let you know how you can donate to this school that is our community school for our children. Thank you so much, and I present Quilombo.
because they were. I am because we are. I am because they were. I am because we are. I am because we are. I am because they were. I am because we are. I am because they were. Sicily, Africa. 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 Sicily, Africa.
Even though it sounds good in here, I still want to ask y'all how y'all doing tonight. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Are you ready to party with us some more? You know, Giwayen Mata, we like to dance with you and sing with you. And because we are Ujima, collective work and response, so what? Ability. We have ability to work, to make things happen, to move energy, to speak, to make change. Well, this afternoon we are going to talk about speaking. We're going to use our voices to bring forth some wisdom. We are going to bring forth this rhythm also called kasa. And kasa is a harvest song and dance. We are the harvest. We show the harvest of our labor. When we come together and we work together collectively, we are able to bring forth and bear fruits. Well, sometimes we can talk about those fruits. Do you all remember your mamas and your daddies having those sayings that when you get into hard times, hot water, you think back to what your mama and your daddy said to you? How many of you have those kinds of thoughts in your mind? Those thoughts that help to keep you alive, keep that liveliness going in you, because without those sayings, sometimes we could just peter on out, you know, because we don't have those motivating thoughts to keep us going. And so we're going to do some music today, and while we do that music, we're going to do a piece that Giwayen Mata calls People Speak. Everybody say people speak. Everybody say people speak. Who are the people? We are, that's right. And so Giwayen Mata is going to play kasa, right? And while we play kasa, y'all going to be there in your seats, moving and grooving, right? And then we're going to play a break, and we will say something from our parents or from our society that makes you go, And then we'll play a break, and we'll start, and we'll play some more music, okay? we'll play another break and we'll stop, and it may be your turn to come up with something that makes you go, makes you think back, think forward, okay? And so we are going to give you a chance, and we'll take some chances. And now, so when you get your chance, I know we might have some ministers in the audience, that want to do the hallelujah sermon on us. This is time for a little short saying. Okay, maybe a sentence or two, but we want to make it so that everybody can get a chance to do this. Y'all about ready? I said, y'all about ready? You want to sing? Well,
A wise woman once told the masses, I could have freed more slaves if I could have just convinced them that they were slaves. Free your mind.
If you yearn to see a rainbow, don't be afraid to stand in the rain.
Good, better, best. Never let it rest until your good is better and your better is your best.
Okay. Got to hear from the youth.
Kwanzaa is to celebrate your loved ones. Kwanzaa is celebration for our loved ones.
Okay, yay!
You can dress up a pig, but it's still a pig.
Sometimes it takes years to become an overnight success. Persevere.
Feed your dreams a steady diet of hard work and determination, then watch them manifest in front of you.
First, change yourself
to become happy.
One cannot expect the oppressor to facilitate the liberating process of the oppressed.
Don't get too comfortable to let the grass grow under your feet.
Kwanzaa is a celebration to discover of who we are and who we can be.
People who do not know their history are likely to repeat it.
In the words of Marcus Garvey, up, you mighty race, you can accomplish what you will.
Be who you are.
Today may not be a great day, but there is always something great in every day.
One more.
Is it me?
No.
So I'm the last one.
Okay, one more.
Where are we saying one more? Oh, yes, amen, go.
We did then what we knew how to do. Now we know better, we do better.
Ashe. One more, alone mic.
One cannot become a butterfly without going through the metamorphosis of a caterpillar. Can you make it through the transition?
Yes, ma'am, I can. Yes, ma'am, I can. That it? Oh, one last one in the back with the glasses. The superstar right here in the back. Use your outside voice. Let me hear you. Say it. Say it again, baby. Happy Black and Proud and Happy Kwanzaa. So I'm really awkward, so I don't want to use the microphone. Can you all hear me? Yeah. Okay, great, because I don't know what to do with my hands. So if you don't like that, I really love hearing from you all. You all are very wise people. Clap your hands. Oh, yeah. So are you all enjoying the show so far? Are you sure? Because I don't know. Let me hear it. Great. So I'm silly. Hi, I am Kayla. I am very silly. And I am a part of Giwayen Mata. So what we are about to do
have a secret. I have a secret. I went backstage and I did like this. I hope they drum for a long time. I'm warmed up, y'all. Are you warm? Are you hot? Are you ready? Well, I think y'all can be warmer. Y'all are like warmer. Like to the point where you're coming out your coats. So we're going to warm up. Look to the right and the left and the right and the left. Look down and up. Look up. Look down. Look up. Roll your shoulders. Roll those shoulders, front people. What? And contract, release. Little faster, faster, faster. Shimmy your shoulders, shimmy your shoulders. Look at your neighbor. Shimmy your shoulders at your neighbor. Freestyle, let's go. Freestyle, hey. Oh, what? Yes, yes, yes. And bring it back smooth. Oh, hey, hey, yes. 1, 2, ready, and stop. Okay. I think they're warm. That was really good. I have to say this, that's the first time we've ever done that. And I'm gonna do it again because of y'all at the next show. That was nice. We're getting ready to do cuckoo. Everyone say cuckoo. Yes, cuckoo is a dance that comes to us from the Susu people of Guinea. And this particular dance was originally done to celebrate the women that were coming back with the fishing harvest. Now, how would you feel if you were really hungry, or if you were just kind of hungry, or if you're just like me and you just like to eat, and someone came back with a whole lot of yumminess that you knew you were getting ready to throw down on? How would you feel? Okay, y'all don't like to eat as much as me. I can't tell. How would you feel? Okay, all right, I'll put a few details in. This is gonna be seasoned to perfection. It's gonna be slow cooked. It's gonna be tender. It's going to be juicy. And you might be able to go to sleep after you eat. So how would you feel if somebody came back with a whole lot of that? Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. So this dance is a celebration of these people coming back with all this yumminess that we're getting ready to consume. This dance is a celebration of the fruits of our labor. This dance is a celebration of the children that are going out into the world and doing wonderful things and coming back to dance on stages with us. Yes, Kilombo. This dance is what Kwanzaa is all about. We are going to dance kuku. I'm going to teach you all a chant in a little while. But I think some of you know it. Kuga ya ya kuga ya. Yes, man, myself. Kuku kuga ya. But we're going to come back to that. Now look at your neighbor. I want you to have a conversation with your neighbor real quick. And you're going to say something like this. Did you get your solo ready? If you don't have a solo, I'm going to be your background dancer. If nothing else, we can always do the, right? Okay. The Temptations. If you don't know an African dance solo, you can boogaloo. Tell them. You can boogaloo, okay. So, figure out which one of you is going to come up and dance with us. Talk about it real quick. Talk about it with your neighbor, okay. So, if you're getting ready to come dance with us, shoot those hands up in the air. Yes, it is almost your turn, okay? Be ready. We are getting ready to roll with that coo-coo. It's your turn. Come on up. Come on up. Let's go, let's go. Come on up. Come on up. Let's go. Let's go. Come on up, come on up. Come on up, come on up. And we have some space right in the front of the stage, too. All right, audience. When I say akukuaye, you say aye. Akukuaye? Yep. When I say akukuayo, you say ayo. Akukuayo? Yep. When I say akukuaye amansea, you say kuku. Akukuaye amansea. Akukuaye, akukuayo, akukuaye amansea, akukuaye, akukuayo, akukuaye amansea, akukuaye, akukuayo, akukuaye amansea. Yes. All right. First movement with Nika. Jump, 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 and roll right, left. Jump, 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 right and left. Jump, 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 right, left. Keep going, y'all. Right, left, jump, jump, right, left, jump. Yes. All right, number 2. Here we go. Bop, bop. To the right, then left. Yes. To the right, to the left. Y'all are looking good. This is the breakdown. Okay. Audience, Do their breakdown. Say it with your mouths. Brat, 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 brat. Digga, digga, da, da, da. Yeah, let's do that one more time. Audience, let me hear you. And here we go. Brat, 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 brat. Digga, digga, da, da, da. Yeah. Everybody in the house, stretch your arms way up. Stretch them up. Shake. Shake. Very good. Okay. So now, bring the music down just a little bit. I want to talk to the audience. Let's bring that music down. Okay, audience, when we get to that last movement, I want you to yell, I want you to scream, I want you to hoot and holler. Let's try it. Go. Okay, okay, okay. I know you have a little bit more on you because you didn't hoot from your navel. From the navel. Let's go. Hoot. Go. Yeah. All right. Now, question. How many of you out there know someone that's on the stage dancing? Okay, you know them by name. Say their names while they're dancing. Okay? So like I know Nika, so I'm gonna be like, go Nika, get busy, Nika, go Nika. Uh-oh, she's busy. Maybe I'll talk to somebody. You ready, Nika? Come on, go Nika, get busy, Nika, go Nika. Hey, you see how she turned up? Okay, all right. So you have to say their names while they're dancing, okay? All right, Nika, are you ready for our chant? We are gonna be super animated, yes? And if you could, just stand up where you are. Give us a nice stance. Yes. Uh-huh. Okay, this side of the room is ready. Come on, let's get some representatives over there. We're going to clap. We're going to smile. We're going to say each other's names. Here we go. Chant. Here we go. Akukwaye. Akukwayo. Akukwaye amanseya. Little louder. Akukwaye. Akukwayo. Akukwaye amanseya. Even louder. Akukwaye. Akukwayo. Akukwaye amanseya. All right, give it up for your people. Here we go. All right, say their names. Yeah. Here we go, next one. To the right, work it, Nika, A. Break down. Brat, brat, brat. Let me hear you, audience. We're gonna do it again. Here we go, audience. Brat, 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 brat. Digga, digga, da, da, da. Yeah. Arms up. 1, 2, ready, go. Let me hear you. Yes, give it up for your people. Lovely. Thank you, audience. Go, baby. Go, baby. Go, baby. Go, baby. Go, baby. You ready, Zaya? Yes, get it, little mama. Yes. Yes, give it up for our baby. Yes, go, Zaya. Go, Zaya. Bra, da, 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 da. Go, Zaya. Go, Zaya. Hey! All right, Zaya. De. Ah! Yes, Zaya. Yes. Somebody else out there? What you waiting on? All right, come on, Auntie. Yeah. All right now. Who is that? Yes. All right, Lily. Give it up for Leela. Okay, Leela. Yeah, Mama Saran. Yes, Mama Saran. Shake it up, shake it up. Shake it up, shake it up. Hey! Woo!
I'm about to mess things up over here. We are Giwayen Mata. Woo! We have Angelina Dixon. Ha! Adiela Bates. Jasmine Jackson. We have Amamansa Vargas Witten. Zakia Kelly. Joy Hudson. Our stage manager, Lindy Way Famadou. Rashida Richard. Nika Kelly, Rashida Abdullah, Tyree Thornton, Leela Henderson, Kayla Bird. Our associate artistic director, Tambro Mayale Harris. My co-founder and BFF, Saran Henderson. I am Gail Vernazuri Samira Maati Jordan. We are Giwayen Mata. All right. So we have a little housekeeping to do. We want to thank the Auburn Avenue Research Library for bringing Giwayen Mata here just yet another year. Let's give them a big round of applause. And we have surveys that were placed at everyone's seat, and there should be some pencils that are sporadically placed around those seats as well. So please, while you are sitting here listening to the sound of my voice, take a moment and let us know what you think about, what you have thought about our performance, what you would like to see us do in the future, and a little bit about who you are, because building audience is very important. We want to know who you are so that we can stay in touch with you. Mama Norma. Mama Norma. Well, yeah, Mama Norma.
Mama Norma. Mama Norma. Hey. We just want to give a shout out to one of our mamas, Mama Norma. Yes. Mwah, mwah.
Yes, we have to acknowledge the folk that paved the way for us, for without those footsteps to step into, we would have no path. So we are grateful. Thank you. All right. So we are a performance ensemble, yes? We have performances, yes? And all of them are not what? Free, okay? And so with Giwayen Mata, you know, we are celebrating 25 years. That's right. That's right. In 2018, in March, we will be 25 years old, and during that time, we want to celebrate big time, kind of the way that we did on our 20th anniversary. And when we do this, it is going to take your support in volunteerism and in donations and in attendance. So we want to keep you in touch with what we're doing and let you know. So that email address, when you write that email address out, make it so we can read it. Okay, y'all know how you do. Okay, I'm going to do this, but, you know, I don't really want y'all to get in touch, but you really do want us to get in touch with you. So make it so that you can read it. We have a performance in July that we want you to look out for. That's the 20th anniversary. We have one in March that we want you to look out for. And we have a powerful sister, Ayo, who's coming to us from Chicago. Everybody say, brrr. Yes. We're bringing Ayo down here to Hot Atlanta. She's going to heat things up. Even though it's cold up there, she knows how to put fire on the floor. So we want you to look out for that. You can look for us on our Facebook page. We have an awesome designer who takes care of all that beautifulness that you see on our Facebook page. Adiyella Bates. That's right, that's right. She's the creative one. And so Facebook will tell you all about what's going on. And then be sure to go to www.gyenyamata.org every once in a while, okay? Okay? Yes. All right, okay. In my hand, I have Liberated Minds presents the 2017 Children's Watoto Kwanzaa Jamboree. When? Sunday, December 30th 2017 at the Omega World Center, 3951 Snapfinger Parkway, Decatur, Georgia, 30035, 30035, okay? Because you know, with the GPS, we hook that zip code in. That's real important nowadays. So come on out, bring the children. All the children are free. There's a small, no, all the children are free. There's a small fee for the adults, so come on out, okay? Have I missed anything? Yes. No. The merchandise at our table supports all of our efforts, so wipe us out, okay? Buy, everybody get 2 or 3 T-shirts. That's a good one. Get 2 or 3 T-shirts. How many T-shirts? 2 or 3. Okay, because you didn't have to pay anything to get in here, so you know you have a little money to spend, so come on, bring it out. And on Sundays, what day? Okay. Every Sunday, except for the days that we say we do not have classes, we have classes. We have African dance, and in those African dance classes, we teach the babies, we teach the elders, we teach the middle age. We bring everyone together in the same class. We teach according to ability. Everybody comes in and has a great time. So you can, mamas, you don't have to stay home because your babies are there at home with you. You can bring your babies too, all right? Are we ready for Harambe's? All right.
Give it up one more time for Giwayen Mata. Come on, y'all can do better than that. Make sure you sign their list. Make sure you get a calendar, T-shirt, any of the things that they do, because they serve by the pleasure and the love of the community. Ashe? All right. Please also come and visit my table. My books and DVDs are normally $20 to $25. Today and today only, you can get them for $10. Ashe? All right, so stand to your feet. Stand to your feet and put a black fist in the air. We're going to do our 7 Harambes, and on the 7th one, y'all know how we do it, right? We're going to hold it for as long as we can, all right? Here we go. And Harambe, what does Harambe mean? Let's pull together. So here we go. Ready? Harambe! 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 Harambe!
Everybody make sure you put those surveys in the basket that's going to be held by an individual at the door. Drop your pencils in there too. Put your surveys in the basket on your way out. Drop your pencils in there too.